Hi everyone, it's nice to see you here and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about a little art experiment I took on in July, the World Watercolor Month Challenge. For 31 days straight, I painted in my favorite medium, watercolors. To build a habit, explore new ideas, and see what would happen if I just kept going. I've never been great at finishing art challenges on time. I usually complete them but well past the deadline, like way past the deadline. So this time I made a promise to finish within the month. To make it easier, I set some gentle rules for myself. First one was paint for 31 days straight, I guess. The second one was keep it small. I worked in a sketchbook spread with mini paintings. Quick, no pressure sessions that still felt meaningful. So the third rule was spend at least 15 minutes on each piece. It's just enough time to think about what I wanted to create, experiment with ideas, and enjoy the process. Fourthly, try new things. Not every day had to be perfect. In fact, the imperfect days were where I discovered the most. And finally, keep it relaxing. I painted at the end of my day as a way to wind down instead of getting caught in endless scrolling. So, a win-win situation in both cases. I would get 31 art pieces and I would not be scrolling also. In this video, I'll be sharing my 31 tiny paintings and analyzing each one. Not in a technical serious way, but through a simple lens. Like, what was I thinking when I made it? What's one thing I'd like to improve? And what's one thing I love about it? For me, this is about breaking away from perfection, letting my sketchbook be a place for notes, scribbles, and experiments. So let's start with the very first piece. So starting with the first painting, which is the watercolor hot air balloon painting that I made. I didn't know what painting I should be making or what I should start with, but I actually like hot air balloons, like to look at them, and I find them very colorful, and I just wanted a colorful piece. So what I decided was to paint this, and I actually really like is this colorful watercolor sky. Which is also dramatic. So I really like it, and yeah, this is nerve-wracking for me to write over my watercolor painting, but I think this is also part of the process where I could actually improve on things. So what improvement I would like to have made on this thing is probably I wanted a little more detailing, and in terms of the drawing, maybe and patterns. So basically I wanted some light patterns on this thing, but yeah, I still actually like it, and especially this one, which I tried to make like croissant. So yeah, I don't know if it looks like that, but to me it does looks a little bit like that. That was about the first one. So this was the second day 2 piece, and I think I was pretty inspired by Rapunzel, as you can always tell about this kind of hairdo, and I like the flowers, a lot of flowers that I painted on. So mostly I guess I'll write flowers for my favorite. This flower looks nice. So what I actually don't like about this painting is actually this painting looks not so good on the camera. Like live it looks better, but yeah, so let's not get distracted. But mostly I don't like how this area is. Like I want to improve contrast. and like I wanted to have a clear difference, like a clear boundary that would actually help me separate the sky and the swing and the hair. Like it looks like everything is on the same place, with like here it looks like the hand is over the swing, but in this one it doesn't look like that because most of the colors are similar, I guess. Like I need to figure this stuff out, I guess. Moving on to our next piece. Oh, I like this arrangement actually. This white paper covering other paintings helped me focus on the painting that I am seeing currently, because I haven't really seen them like as an individual piece while I was painting. So yeah, moving on. So this is like a serene calm scene, and I really wanted to paint something which reminded me of my mountain hometown, a little peaceful scene. So what I really like is this part, like love it. I love how the golden radiating yellow it feels like, and it is only yellow and yellow ochre. It feels so golden. So yeah, that is there. What I don't like is the contrast between the foreground and the background. It gets a little muddy and I cannot see that. So maybe I should have, like, maybe because it's all warm tones, that's why I'm not able to achieve that. Maybe I should have done the cooler tones or something for the far back mountains. But yeah, let's see. Maybe I'll improve on it later on. Next one. This one, this cute little boat, the yellow boat. I was seeing some drawing things and I need to focus a little bit. Yeah, it looks better now. So what I don't like about this painting is this patch right here. It's shadow that I wanted to achieve, but I couldn't really get it. But here I was able to get these things, these lines. This look nice, but this looks like a blob, just a little question mark. And the other thing, I actually like this painting actually because of the stark contrast in the colors, the yellow and the blue. And I actually like the contrast in this one. I would say love contrast and detailing. The detailing is not that much, but I would say shadow detailing. So like this is good, but this is bad. So the struggle in the same painting is real, I guess. This painting is my favorite actually. And this is the first time I've ever painted an aeroplane, and I've always been terrified of painting this. And I had to bring back all my past experience with technical drawings and everything so that I can accomplish this 3D perspective for this painting, which I really like. I really loved the blurry effect of the rotating blade, so that was crazy for me, even though I find it like perfect. But the thing that I don't appreciate much, like I think needs improvement, is I've used a lot of white gouache, which I want to avoid. Like for watercolor, it's like you need to leave the white of the paper and that would be your highlight point, and that's some master level stuff, and I would like to achieve it someday. But this looks nice, like to me at least. Next up is the kingfisher. I have actually painted it multiple times, but the first time was the best. This is average, I don't know. So what I loved about this one is like the water splash. I would see heart. And what I don't like is this transition thing has become muddy. The colors are muddy, and here also it's a little muddy. So next up is this watercolor portrait set. I painted them on different days, but yeah, I think I can rate them together, I guess. Mostly because I used to really don't like painting portraits, and I love now that I am not afraid of painting portraits anymore, because when I saw this set, I knew I would want a passport size photo of some person. So yeah, so I aimed for that. And mostly I also like is the likeness that I achieved. So the likeness was important. Like I think if you achieve likeness of a person, then your watercolor portrait or any portrait is successful. And that's that. I think likeness is achieved in this case. But I do think like this painting is a little overworked, and white for highlights again. So white paint, it's a little no. Broken heart. How do I make a broken heart? Yeah, kind of, whatever. Cool. Next up is this tiny mini painting that I did and actually shared on my last to last video about this watercolor challenge. This was very challenging basically because it was a mini frame and it had a little detailing that I might say like I did, and I love that about it. Maybe mini detailing is something that I would write. The detailing that I like is here, so I should have written somewhere there, but yeah, whatever. What I don't like about it is that I had a paintbrush size 1. I could have used a finer brush, and I didn't have that, and I didn't go buy it or anything, so maybe finer brush next time. Yeah, cool. Next up is this painting, this tiny bee painting. Oh my god, I hate it. Like, hate it. I shouldn't be hating on my own art, but how will I grow then? Anyways, so everything is wrong in this painting. Like everything from the too much detail in the wings, this body, this eye, this I don't know what horn or whatever it's stings or whatever is happening here. This flower is also wrong, but mostly this anatomy of the legs, that's like crazy. Like that drives me crazy in this painting. But otherwise, oh, this is so wrong. Maybe I have to. I am so scarred for life to paint any honeybees again, because this is my third time painting a honeybee, and the first time was bad. The second time I did a little abstract one, so that was okay. This one is terrible, so I don't know if I want to try it a fourth time or not, but yeah, that's like why. Next up, this is I don't know what I was on while painting this. What I wanted a cute little hen with her baby chick, but this is the most hated painting. Like I really don't like this. Like this is the worst painting that I've done, and these were supposed to look cute, but they turned out zombie. So yeah, so zombies. So this is like terrifying. I don't know, like nightmares can be made out of this painting. I have zero clue, but yeah, everything is wrong in this one, and I should do it again. Like even the background is bad. Like the colors are also turned muddy, and this red highlight, I don't know what I was trying to achieve. Like this is crazy. This little baby is okay. So maybe moving on as fast as I can. After this fiasco, I took a 3-day break. I was so shocked, I guess, but not really. It was mostly because I had a busy weekend. So this is like day 12 and day 13 paintings, but I painted them day 15, I guess, because it was a 3-day break. I went to see fireworks and I was pretty inspired by those. So as you can see it here, and I painted both of these on the same day. I really like the negative painting because it was like too much effort for me, and it was taking too much time because I had to map out like what kind of fireworks I wanted to show. I actually really like it, even though it didn't turn out that well, but yeah, maybe it needs a little darker background. This one also is inspired by the Tangled movie. If you cannot tell, I'm a big fan of that movie, I guess. So I really like the detail, the lantern effect, and I think I did good painting this. What I don't like about this piece is this thing here. Like, I don't know if it is in the foreground of the water or it is the shadow of this lanterns on the water. Like, it's a little confusing. I do think I'll have to work on it, and I don't know what I was planning on with this, so maybe it's like undecisiveness on my part, because some things are last minute add-ons. Undecisiveness, if it is a word, but I still like this part of this painting, so mixed emotions. So next up was day 14 and day 15, which I did on, I guess, day 17. I guess at this point I was just catching up with the challenge. I mostly don't do these kind of challenges in the time that is allotted for them. Like, I have completed some challenges, but I've taken more than 30 days for the 30-day challenge. So yeah. Anyways, for this one, these two are tutorials that I followed from my favorite art YouTuber. She's called Niani, and she has really nice tutorials, so if you want to look it up, maybe that will be great for your practice. And love about this thing, this is the first time I've ever painted something this realistic. This is the most realistic that I can ever paint, I guess. Crazy hearts. And I don't like about these two paintings is basically that I haven't left any white, like the white from the paper, and I actually overworked it. I guess I need to fix it sooner or later, and I did try, and I actually achieved some improvement in this case as the challenge went on. Really liked here in this painting is the grass. So next up is this weird shaped triangle. I don't know why I taped it like this, and I actually was able to paint something in it. This is a floating island, if you cannot tell. These are two mini trees, and this is a nice waterfall through it, and this is the moon. And I actually like how I used white gouache in this. The next part I don't like is like this rocky texture is weird. I don't know what, but here the rocks look natural and nice, but here maybe I just needed a lighter color here. I don't know what I did here. I like these shooting stars. Cute. Moving on to the next one. This one was there was a meme going on which had the leader of the boat directing the boat and with funny ways and gestures and dancing. So what I really like in this one are the undetailed people. Don't like about this is this person. I don't know, I wanted this to be the superstar of the show, but clearly you cannot separate it from the background, this person, and that's what I don't like. I wanted to fix this, but this was so small, I didn't think I had the ability to fix it, so yeah, I left it like that. I was traveling with my friends visiting some place, and I could see this, and it turned out pretty good, but at the time I didn't like it. But looking back, I actually like it because the sky and the water, they look really nice. The atmosphere of the sailing and the weather is been perfectly captured, so I love that about it. I don't like about it is this crazy, like, if I can maybe, yeah, this crazy seagull. Like, this is a mini painting. I know how to draw a seagull, but cartoon seagull, which is not bad or good, like, but yeah, this is pretty bad for this thing. But this place had a lot of seagulls, and actually this little seagull painting captured their essence because I find them a little cartoony, animated kind of a bird. I don't know, they are fearless. This one is perfection. This is the first time I've painted a rocket. Astronaut I've tried before, but this, I would say, the one of my best pieces in this one. My favorite, I guess, because I love everything about it. So there is just a heart here, especially the moon also I like the shading, I like the depth here, I like the shadows, I like this dash cartoony effect also, I like the fire also, questionable, but I still like it. So I really like this piece. This was very pretty simple to paint also. This is the only piece, I guess, which I don't think anything was wrong with it. Like even after it was done, I was like, oh my god, I made this. Ooh. So day 20, I finally caught up with the 3 days that I had skipped, and yes, so these two paintings were made on the same day. One of my friend was just talking about snakes a lot, so I thought, okay, next I can just paint a snake. The crazy part about having no prompt list is just you can paint whatever you want. It's low pressure, but sometimes there is pressure to actually know what you want to paint. But yeah, this was like snake. On that day I was vibing. I was pretty inspired to paint snakes. So this ended up a little muddy, which is something I don't like. There is no sense of depth, but what I really like is this green, this nice little green, lime green vibes. I really like this color, and I think this is the first time I've used anything like this. It's pretty bright. Moving on to this one. This was actually, maybe I'll play back the I had recorded some video of painting this dog, and it was going well, but after some time it was just going downhill. So this didn't turn out that good. Like, I don't like it that much. This was a bigger frame and I thought this would look nice and everything was going well, but no, not really. I guess I just overworked, which is a big no-no. Anyways, I like the nose though. Nose I love. I don't know why. I like the color I used for the nose actually. But yeah, zooming in, it's not a favorable thing here, I guess. But yeah, this nice painting of food. And this is South Indian food with idli, vada, sambar, chutney, and some red chilies and some pickles. I think the only thing I don't like about it is pickles. This was last minute addition, so I don't know. I didn't know how to add it. But I really like this composition, and this is my third time in my life I've painted food, or maybe fourth, and this one was pretty good. Like, I really love it. Maybe I should have planned it going forward, but this is like nice, and I actually like the background color that I chose for it. So yes, and I like this little vada, how it looks, and yeah, it's a pretty piece. I admire it. Hot, hot. For me, this is about breaking away from perfection, letting my sketchbook be a place for notes, scribbles, and experiments. So on Instagram, I had seen a lot of posts that were showing their sketchbook analysis, and there were artworks where they had written on things like notes they liked and notes they didn't like. For day 23, I had the biggest frame of them all, and I thought maybe let's face my fears and paint something very difficult for me, because I don't usually paint such detailed scenes. I really want to paint some cluttered spaces. I really like those paintings, but I haven't really tried painting those. So because I had already practiced painting such mini art forms, so it was pretty easy for me to like draw this and paint this. So I really like this piece, but something that bothers me about this painting is continuity of things. Like, there should have been a wall here, like the wall should have extended till here, but I ended it here. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe some depth problem here. But otherwise, I love it. Especially this person cycling, this type of cycle. I really like it also. This will also get a heart because I really liked it. And this was important to me. So after such detailed piece, I just wanted to chill and relax. What better than this nice shelf, like chill vibes. I really like the glass bottle effect. What I don't like is I could have done this better, like the shells and the starfish. Next up, this one, A friend of mine suggested, like, I was running out of ideas, and my friend suggested that maybe you should paint yourself sleeping. So this is clearly not me. This is inspired by Wednesday Addams from the show. It has no likeness to Jenna Ortega, but actually it captures the mood. So that's my favorite part about this painting. No exact likeness, but I don't think that is a negative point, but this is a cool painting. Moving on to this cutie cat, because after that dog, I guess I needed a redemption, and another friend of mine suggested to paint cat because she loves cats. She has a cute cat which is brown in color, but I thought of painting a brown cat, but then I thought that will be a little difficult, maybe just go with this. And I love how I actually achieved softness in this paw area, and I actually like white in this one. Like, I was able to achieve some white, but what I don't like about this painting is fur. It needs a little work. Otherwise, this is a cute little painting of a nice cat. Next 2 days were actually fun because usually I'm not able to focus. Yeah, these were mini paintings. Like, this was the smallest frame that I had, and it took me like 15 minutes or even less because I decided to at least invest 15 minutes on one painting. So yeah, I'll say it took me 15 minutes for each of them, and these 2 days were really chill. So what I really like about this painting, it is mini. Maybe I like the house here. I don't like how these things got muddy and I couldn't even control them. So I like the foggy sky, and what I don't like is this low effort tree that I've painted. It's like blobs of paint. It was still fun to paint these mini paintings. For day 29, one of my friends had suggested me to paint ice skating person, and this was a long frame and like awkwardly a long frame. So I saw this photo and I thought maybe I could paint something like that because this would look good with the framing. And I really like the backdrop that I made, and I especially like I got the anatomy right. I also like this ice kit, and what I don't like about this thing is definitely the face, which was pretty bad, and like doesn't look bad now, but I wanted it to look a little better. I don't know, it's not there. And some form of movement, like more movement, I guess. So the next painting that I decided to work on was this one, and this was a girl surfing on the board, and actually I really like it, and I like the blurry face of it because yeah, this was intentional, by the way. I actually also like that I used bright color for shadow. What I don't like is that I was not able to like demarcate, like differentiate between the sky and the wave. Last day of the challenge, I decided to paint a tiger because I had never painted or even drawn a tiger before. I have drawn lion, I have drawn cats, but never a tiger. So I thought maybe like I was confident. So what I like about this piece is my confidence. Otherwise, this is like not so good. I feel like overall not so good, but not as bad as those zombie hens, like nightmares. Anyways, so what I could improve on it is like everything, I guess, but maybe a sharper contrast would be nice. The drawing was actually pretty good for this one. Maybe you can check out my YouTube community post to check out the drawing for this one. The drawing was pretty good, but I guess I just overworked. So yeah, that was that. And so this is how the entire spread looks like now, which is pretty awesome, to be honest. Like, to be able to see the notes physically is really nice, and I am glad that I used a thicker tape. Like, initially I was wondering I should have used a thinner tape to taping things off, but a thicker tape gave me more space to write, and maybe I'll work on these things that I have written on things that I need to work on. Actually, this was a good exercise, to be honest. Like, mostly you try to criticize yourself, but in this exercise I actually appreciated some of the techniques that I worked on, which were pretty nice and nicely executed on my part. So that was also great. So yeah, until next time.